What is going on, everybody? In today's video, we are going to be watching WWE's Jacob Fatu and Obafemi reveal their greatest of all times. Now, I was just randomly watching this today, and I found something really cool that Jacob Fatu had to say, and we're going to see what he has to say throughout this video, and it's actually pretty awesome. So let's dive right in, start the video. And if you are new to the channel, feel free to smash that like button, push that notification bell if you have not already subscribed. I try to drop every day. I'm going to start streaming soon as well. And yeah, let's go.
I can think, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you got me smiling now.
No gas.
You know what I mean?
No gas, no brakes.
Y'all know what's popping? Jacob Fatu, all gas, no brakes with it.
This is the ruler, the destroyer, the bringer of war, Obafemi, and these are my GOAT picks.
Straight to my go picks.
My GOAT WWE entrance would have to be The Undertaker's entrance. Chilling.
Okay.
Undertaker's entrance. Man, who was my favorite entrance? Probably John Cena as a kid. Biggest John Cena fan. You Can't See Me of all time. Jeff Hardy. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Who else? The Rock. D-Generation X. Randy Orton. I hear voices in my head. I think that's still, especially today, like the most hyped anthem of all time, just because of the nostalgia of that record now. I wonder when he debuted that record. Was that like 09 Orton, when he became like, you know, the face pretty much of the company? And my dog's freaking barking. Every time I want to record a video, bro. Every time I want to record a video. Hold on a second. I guess she did not want to come inside. She literally was out the freaking window barking. I was going to open it up to get her inside, and she's out there playing somewhere, I guess. I'm sure she'll be right back. Whenever. Man, bruh. I love her, but like, bruh, every time I want to push the record button, it's always a distraction.
My go for the WWE entrance. It's the boogeyman, baby. For sure, it's the boogeyman.
Ooh, the boogeyman. I'm the boogeyman. Yo, that dude, as a kid, I did not like watching him, bro, because he would eat the worms and stuff. He was legit the boogeyman. He had like even a Donald Trump cameo, I remember back in the day. Yo, there were so many people. I think he did stuff with JBL, and he would freak JBL out. Man, wrestling was so cool back then. Not to say that it's not still, but like back then it was just more story driven, and you believed it. I guess, and when I was a kid, like, I believed it was real.
My GOAT's compliment is you smell nice.
Or it's like I knew it wasn't over time, but I still would like convince myself it was.
When you tell me I smell nice, you've made my day.
It was condiment, so like ketchup. Also good though, you know. I might add that one. Yeah.
Smell nice. Well, my GOAT condiment will have to be ketchup. It's a classic. You can't go wrong with ketchup. You can't mess it up.
Oh, man, my go condiment. It's hot sauce, baby. Flame y'all at hot sauce all day. Tapatio, Louisiana, Tabasco, the green Tabasco they serve at Chipotle. You want to switch it up, you got to go with the red Valentinos, you know what I mean?
Haven't had red Valentinos, but everything else he said, that's all my pops would have on, like, rather it was a breakfast burrito, taquitos, anything. I feel like hot sauce, you can throw anything on it. Fries, French fries, pizza, anything. Hot sauce is the way to go. I actually went to, where did I go? I went to some Mexican restaurant. I think it was Cique de Mayo or something. And it was the bomb, bro. I got me like a Chipotle burrito. because I like Chipotle, and they cooked that up, bro. They cooked that up. It was delicious. I was grateful too, bro, because I've had like Mexican in a while, and I was just like, man, this was amazing. This was great. I love Mexican for sure.
They also got the truffle hot sauce. You know what I mean? Oh, brother, yeah. Oh, we get down over here. When you eat fried chicken, bro, you gotta throw Louisiana on there. When you eat eggs, you gotta throw Tabasco on there. Bro, when you in California eating some asada fries, you gotta go with the Tapatio or Valentino, man. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Haven't, like I said, Valentino, but Louisiana sauce I'd put on the eggs, then Tabasco. I don't know if I really like Tabasco like Louisiana. Louisiana just be magnificent.
My GOAT moment from CM Punk that wasn't the pipe bomb would have to be when he beat Cena in 2011 at Money in the Bank for the WWE Championship.
Classic.
For me, my greatest CM Punk moment, man, was being in there at War Games with him. Yeah, it was definitely being in there with War. I mean, man, listen, he's done a whole lot of great, legendary stuff, man. But overall, bro, yeah, it was being in the same ring at the same exact time. When he was hitting the go to sleep pose, I was behind him hitting the you know what I mean? So it was definitely that. And now we're hanging out. Now he's letting me be a part of his 2K thing, dude. Yeah, thank you.
He's grateful to be in the moment of actually growing up watching him to actually being in the business itself. Yo, I liked him going against John Morrison, I think in ECW, when he became the ECW champion, I think. Like ECW 08, when it like had Vince intervening in it. I enjoyed that era. Like AJ, not AJ, it was that somebody's, is it Evan Airborne? Where he would do like the flip. Oh, that was lit. And they had Bobby Lashley. I don't know if I watched Bobby Lashley too much on ECW. I know Big Show was on there. They had Tommy Dreamer. They had fun matches on there. I watched ECW. I watched Raw and SmackDown too. But like ECW 08 was cool to me. I enjoyed it.
In this game, there is no luck. Luck is for losers.
My greatest Cena moment would have to be when he single-handedly vanquished the Nexus. All by himself. That has to be the greatest moment ever. Super Cena for the win.
Man, when I met John Cena with my oldest son at a house show in Los Angeles, California, man, one of the dopest, man, to ever do it, you know what I mean? So shout out to the Cena, man, Cena Nation, baby.
My GOAT WWE match to show to a brand new fan would have to be SummerSlam, CM Punk versus Brock Lesnar. Very easy story. Big man versus small man, the best versus the beast. Everybody understands that. Very good match, in-ring, technical, fun to watch, and that's my GOAT pick.
I don't think I saw that. I know I've seen Brock, versus Cena in the past. How many Brock matches did I really watch like that? I always just would see him have his moments where he would just wreak havoc, on Raw. Not Raw. He was a SmackDown, wrestler back in the day before going into Raw, when he returned in like 2011 and demolished John Cena and, started to become more of like a main event guy, to where you only see him like maybe pay-per-views or certain segments for Raw, but yeah, I don't think I watched Brock's catalog of wrestling like that. For me, my favorite matches would probably be like Jeff Hardy. Oh man, freaking noise, bro. Jeff Hardy. What matches did I like? Oh, I loved when he did the Swanton at Raw. But my favorite match of all time in WWE, was it WrestleMania 23, Shawn Michaels versus John Cena? Because that was a good match too. Hurricane in the Wind. I don't know why I'm saying Hurricane in the Wind. I'm really trying to think. Like, there's a lot of good matches. Dave Bautista versus I'm getting distracted because all the noise in my household, man. What is the greatest of all time match I ever watched? Greatest. Growing up. JBL versus John Cena is pretty cool. Backlash 2005. I had the DVD. WrestleMania 23, Shawn Michaels versus John Cena. so wild that I can't really think of what is my all-time favorite. Because I watch nothing but John Cena matches, like Edge and John Cena at was it Great American Bash? No, not Great. That was him with Bobby Lashley. It's whatever. Oh, Unforgiven, when he did the attitude adjustment. It was the FU back then on the tables, but now I gotta freaking let the dog in. So hold on a second. We're back. We're back.
You know, bro, you don't want to overdo it. I would kind of say the WrestleMania delis, Edge and Christian and Hardy's, tables, ladders, and chairs, baby.
I love that. I had that DVD. I got it when I was in school. My mom brought it to me for a gift. She just gave me like WrestleMania 21. Ooh, WrestleMania 21, but Big Show versus Cena, that was hard. Yeah, see, I don't think I had favorite matches because I loved wrestling so much that there was just so much I would consume that I never had a favorite. I don't think I did, and if I did when I was a kid, it would probably be something John Cena had been involved in with, you know? But no, I enjoyed everybody because everybody was like just them. Whether it was Edge, which I hated Edge back then as a kid. Batista in the Punjabi prison match, that was a cool match. They used to do cool matches with like time limits on SmackDown where it'd have like Batista, Rey Mysterio, Jeff Hardy. Man, there was so much just culture, not the best culture. You would say like bringing what you would say reality TV drama-ish storylines with SmackDown, like with I think Edge and what's that annoying announcer? They'd be like, "Excuse me," I can't think of her name, but she had like did this wedding, and then I think like Rey Mysterio like interrupts the wedding and like jumps over the ring and sabotages Edge's wedding. I think it was him, or maybe it was somebody else. Or am I thinking of Teddy Long getting married and something happens to Teddy Long at his wedding? There were crazy storylines, but Shawn Michaels Elimination Chamber. Oh, the Elimination Chamber matches, bro. Oh, man. I remember he became a referee and then he came back as DX, but Triple H versus... Who did Triple H face for the WWE Championship back then? I'm trying to think. Was it Batista? No. Dang, I'm getting older. I'm forgetting matches, bro. I remember he may have been Orton. Yeah, there was just cool matches that were just fun to me. I can't really wrap my head around, you know. I remember the triple threat match of Jeff Hardy, Edge, and Triple H, and Jeff Hardy became the WWE Championship. That was really cool. Royal Rumble 2008 when Cena returned after an injury. That was fun. Yeah, it's so wild. Like I didn't have favorite matches, and I feel like I'm going too much of a rant on this at this point. So let's get back to the video.
You want to see somebody get put through a table and hit in the head with chairs, right? Yeah. So definitely that, man. Definitely the TLC. TLC 2.
My goat pizza topping is nothing, is air, because I don't eat pizza. I don't like pizza. I'm the 1%. Yes, hit me. Draw your arms now.
Oh, man, the Go Pizza topping. Hey, man, listen, man. Just because we Islanders don't mean we like pineapple on our pizza, all right? I mean, keep it 100. I will eat it because it's my wife's favorite pizza. But on the double back, man, I will just say, see, I'm a little different, man. I just do mushrooms, man, and a little bit of sausage, man. Not no pork though. I don't do pork. Definitely some sausage, man, and some mushrooms.
I do pepperoni, jalapeno, like sometimes jalapeno garlic sauce to dip in dip that pizza. Ranch too with some buffalo sauce up in there. I can do meat lover type of pizza. But I love pepperoni. Pepperoni just magnificent. And the breadsticks or cheesy breadsticks or cheesy bread on the pizza, man. Fire. Fire. I love pizza, bro. Pepperoni. Sounds delicious.
My GOAT wrestling storyline would automatically have to be the Bloodline saga. Lasted 3 years, very entertaining to watch. Members came in and out. Great story.
The GOAT storyline I wish I was a part of, probably when Sammy was in the Bloodline. I mean, no, I kind of was a part of it, right? Because I was a part of the Bloodline. Yeah, I wasn't a part of it with him, yeah. But it was probably there because that one was real entertaining on that.
So this one is very important to me, actually. My GOAT pick for food to eat in the car would have to be fries. Because you take your fries, you put it in the cubby right here. One hand on the wheel, one hand for the fries, and you just, yeah.
My go food from when you ride in your whip, ghost ride in the whip. You know what I mean? All gas, no brakes with it. You know what I mean? Man, it gotta be In-N-Out burger, man. You know what I mean? Because they serve it in a little square. It's already wrapped up, ready to bite. You ain't even gotta, you know what I mean? Just, you know what I mean? That's it, brother.
You getting the double or something?
Oh, baby, man, the GOAT of the In-N-Out is a 4x4, okay? No tomatoes. Only the spread, grilled onions, lettuce, and pickles, baby. And then you could get some fries, or you could get animal fries, you know what I mean? Gotta double up. He said 2x2. You gotta step it up, bro. Get 4x4s, all right?
I ate that when I was a child in California. But I forgot a lot about it. You know, I know there's animal style and stuff that people talk about that, but my favorite is like McDonald's large fries. McDonald's fries just be cooking, bro. And like a milkshake with it, chocolate milkshake, man. Or like a Wendy's Frosty. Man, making me hungry right now.
2 hours later.
Or you could get the animal fries and chop up the burger. They call it a Flying Dutchman with just meat, cheese, and grilled onions, and throw it on top of the fries, man. You know what I mean? Come on, baby, we're doing this. We do this all day.
The food one's really bringing
Yeah, come on. As you can tell, right? Yeah.
My GOAT reaction would have to be when Dolph Ziggler cashed in his Money in the Bank briefcase. I've never heard a louder crowd before.
The GOAT reaction that
I didn't watch Dolph that much. I knew about him, but I never gave him a chance, you know? Looking back, there are wrestlers I should have paid attention more in those moments, especially Alberto Del Rio. Like, I remember he became champion. He had his run. Yeah. Should have been more focused on the other wrestlers. I was more of just Cena, bro. For reals.
I've been a part of since I've been here, it was 2 of them. First one was SummerSlam, when Roman came back. He's here! He's here! That's a football stadium, dude.
Roman too. Roman like literally is the realest like wrestler in the game. Like he feels like a wrestler that acts really good on the mic, like can wrestle for the, what would you say? I don't even know what I was trying to say. Well, I can't explain sometimes the best, but I was gonna say like as a wrestler, he just is like a wrestler. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of people now, they feel like they're new to the game, and like they're rough in their wrestling, and it's not like crisp. I feel like he's crisp on the mic, and he just can be crisp even in wrestling. Not always. I've seen where like on Raw, like he ain't been the smoothest. Like people can have their moments. People are flawed, but when it comes to seeing him talk on that microphone and also like matches, he just seems like the actual real packaged wrestler that you used to see in like 07, 08. You know, it really felt like wrestling when there was just so many people that did their thing.
And the second one was the PLE Bad Blood at the end of me, Cody, Roman, and Solo's match when Rock came out. We didn't even know he was coming out. But yeah, that was a good pop, bruh.
Crazy how they force ads now.
There is no luck. Luck is for losers.
My goat emoji would have to be the laughing, crying emoji. It's a classic. You know, some people try to be, you know, not so mainstream and, you know, act like nothing is funny, but it's perfectly fine. When something's funny, you put the laughing emoji with the crying, do the tears. Perfect.
People take the text messages wrong. I don't like doing texts, but the emojis kind of help.
That's true.
You know, you could text something in a low voice, people might take it wrong. But if you put the prayer hands out there, they was like, oh, okay, he means very well. Or just
Yeah, you can read something and it can come off like somebody's mad, but they're not. That's real.
keep it 100, yeah. My best risk gotta be SummerSlam 2025. That's when I jumped off the cage, man, against Solo Sikoa on night 2.
From the top of the steel cage, an assault by Fatu!
Woo!
What that dude can do for his size is crazy. Like for real, doing backflips, front flips, that's wild.
Just talking to y'all, I just visualized that look when I looked out to everybody. Funny story about that, they actually asked me if I climbed on the cage for the walkthrough. I lied. I was like, yeah. I didn't want to climb up there because I didn't want to climb back down, you know what I mean? So
The best risk I've ever taken in my life would have to be leaving my home country to come here to chase an education and track and field and basically leaving my family behind to pursue my destiny. So that's definitely the greatest risk I've ever taken.
and I say this because my son always beat me with it. Rey Mysterio, when you run towards the character, you got to hit that attack mode. Rey Mysterio will hit your ass with the Rana every day. So it's probably Rey's Hurricane Rana.
The best wrestling move to spam in WWE 2K would have to be some sort of strike, like the punches, because the button is right there. You can just, you know, that would have to be my pick.
My gold smell.
I haven't played them games in so long, so I couldn't even tell anybody, but I used to play John Cena, Batista, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Kane. Did I play Kane? I don't think I played Kane much. Jeff Hardy. I love the cage matches, and I may have played even as Undertaker, where you choke slam through the cage and they'd fall. Like, I love the early SmackDown versus Raw games. Those were fun.
And the Usos and Solo can vouch for this. Man, it's my brother Boo Boo's Barbecue. They got a brother that don't wrestle, the Usos. You know what I mean? Boo Man, shout out to Boo Man. Brings it back home. It's for our culture, for our people. So, all right, Boo Man, getting on the grill ready, man. Shout out to you, brother. You know what I mean?
My goat smell that I've ever experienced has to do with nostalgia. It was when rain was about to fall when I was in Nigeria. There was the smell of rain is very nostalgic for me, so it would have to be the smell of rain.
The smell of rain?
Having kids changing their diapers, dude, all right? I got 7, all right? Try smelling that, all right? That makes you a real man. Oh, you think I got these by working out? No, I got these by lifting up babies. Lifting up another kid, all right? So, yeah, man, that's the worst smell, dude.
The ruler doesn't really have a worst smell that I've ever experienced, because there's so many things that smell bad. You know, the dumpsters, people who haven't showered, people who just walked out, people who don't take care of their rooms and their homes and their cars. They all stink.
Probably just knowing that our family, you know, me, Jimmy, Jay, Solo, Tama, Tonga, Tala, you know, we have a big support system. We're Polynesian, we're Samoan and Tongan, so our roots are really embedded in us. So, you know, it's to see our family watching us, you know what I mean? Or to see how happy and proud our family is of us. Other than that, waking up, seeing my kids, man. Waking them up, man, seeing them right before I walk out that door, like this, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
My good small joy that makes life better for me is when people tell me that I smell nice.
So many ads. Call of Duty Ghost.
I've won.
I don't know, I think the Goatest thing though for me, like besides wrestling, and I don't put it on camera, but you know what I mean? I think, man, it's just looking out for the homeless people, man, you know what I mean?
I love this, and this is what I was talking about. I came across this, and it was jacobfatu talking about how he gives back to the homeless and how he even has experienced that. And that's such a really important move to make in life, especially if you go into there's actually some verses I researched just to see the mentions of what it says in the Bible, you know, referring to the poor. And I've always, you know, read where it mentioned to give back to the needy, give back to the poor. And it says, whoever is kind to the poor lends to the Lord, and he will reward them for what they have done. The generous will themselves be blessed, for they share their food with the poor. Those who give to the poor will lack nothing, but those who close their eyes to them receives many curses. And I just, as I've grown in a relationship with Christ, like, and gone through the challenges and struggles, like just the experiences of it, I'm grateful, for these experiences I've gone through, because it's changed my heart and the way I see life. And there's real oppression in this world because of the enemy, and know that there's a lot of circumstances people are in that have no hope, and like having somebody come up to them, give them something, but more importantly, maybe even give them a prayer, because that's another way of giving to somebody, when you can pray from the Lord that you're in, and make them get a deliverance, or just a light who is the light that is in you, the Lord. I think it makes somebody's day when somebody is not looking down on them, who are in a tough situation, hardship, life experience that they may have been going through for years, and you're somebody that's looking at them as anybody else, because we in this life, it's wild. You want to go up to these pedestals in life and want this or want that, and you reflect in life when you go on this journey with God, where it's like you're just mere man, and everybody should look at everybody as a person with love, with compassion, and help out one another if they can. Like everybody, I feel like just not everybody, I can't speak for everybody, but like just how my life has changed from just coming to Christ, and for the past 2 years, it's like God truly loves and cares for everybody. And more importantly, he's there for you. And knowing there's people that going through suffering myself, like I've gone through these new experiences. It's like, I can only imagine the levels of it, and people that are actually out there in the streets that have nothing. They have something. They have God, keeping them alive every day, and finding ways to send people to feed them and provide for them. God is always taking care of everyone in so many ways, where you always can reflect, if you ever get saved by Jesus, where, yeah, you were with me my whole life. I can remember this instance or that instance or that instance, but no, like I cared so much now for people in the entire world, because I just understand like suffering is so real, especially people that are like without a home or anything, and to give back to them, but more importantly, like just tell them about the Lord, because you need the Lord with you in this life. It's so important to give, and from a genuine place where like your heart has changed, where like when you do it, you feel glad to do it if you can, not just like I'm gonna do this because I can get rewarded for this. Like your heart posture can really change on how you see people in this life.
Like for real, I really come from that. So man, you give somebody $100 with a bad heart, or you give somebody $1 with a good heart. Whatever you do it from a good heart. But yeah, the Goatest thing for me that I do, bro, just look out for the homeless people, bro. I'm not saying wake up every day and go find a home. No, I'm not.
And that's why this man's blessed. I mean, it's in the WWE, but like what does it say? Whoever is kind to the poor lends to the Lord, and he will reward them for what they have done. Now, you can also take that as spiritually, because people speak about, it's not about the things we get. Like there's the things that go added on to the kingdom of when we meet Christ. He'll remember the things of what you've done, but more importantly, he gets the glory in everything we do. He leads us to do good things. He takes glory in everything. But when it comes to, even in this life, God can bless you. For example, if you gave to the needy and he gave you a peace of mind, or there's a moment where you gave to somebody and you're in a struggling situation, then a blessing happens in life because you gave to somebody, say, months ago, and then you're going through a tough time, but God comes through because, not just because, but also as a moment of just remembering what you did, and you just see like how he rewarded you in a experience of struggling, to where he came through, and it was like a life experience of how he'd be there for you in a situation like you saw another person who you gave to in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, just, he can put you through tests, and he can put you through moments where somebody's struggling, you gave to them, then you go through a struggling experience, and because you gave to them, you see how you went through experience like them, and God was there for you as a return favor of like, I'm blessing you, and I'm always there for you, but I'm blessing you because of how you bless the poor. I don't know. I was just thinking in a situation of a spiritual way of thinking of a blessing in this life versus just God giving you, a new job or a big position or whatever. Like, I was just thinking about spiritual way of looking at things because I saw somebody mention that, but also he can bless you in ways of like the WWE or a huge job opportunity and financially bless you. And it's not about those things, but he can do that. You know, you look at Job and he was blessed tenfold and he went through the worst time of his life, but God was preparing him to be able to be stronger in his faith and know that he was a child of his and had a plan for him. And he has a plan for everybody. Every single person on this planet has a purpose, and it's a purpose that God has for each person, and it's his. But more importantly, it shows more and more the purpose he has for you and the love he has for you and everything you're given, where you're just like, I don't deserve none of this, but thank you. You know, thank you for when I didn't deserve the grace you gave me when I was the worst person on the planet. You know what I mean? So for him, seeing how blessed he is being in WWE, seeing how he gives to the poor, God sees that. He sees your heart, bro. He sees your heart.
I'm not saying that, but bro, if they there,